I am black. I am black. Notice how that statement turned into a question as I begin to question myself, trying to figure out who I am. I am black. Meaning that I have a darker skin tone, meaning that there's a higher concentration of melanin under my skin, meaning that society does not expect anything from me, meaning that society looks down to me. Meaning that there's already a place for young black men like me at the age 16 at Cam Street, even though we're not supposed to go there until we're 18. Meaning that when it's 10 in the night and I'm walking down the road with a 3/4 pants and a nice shirt and a hat that happens to conceal my face means that I am a criminal. Meaning that when I'm driving and the police pulls me over, I'm bound to be interrogated and asked a whole host of questions, meaning that every right and every wrong answer will guarantee me a night in jail. And I am black. I am black. Notice how I still struggle with that statement to find out whether it's a question or a statement, and I question myself as to who I am uncertain of the certainty of my skin. But you see, this black skin is now an excuse. It has now become a get out of jail free card. So when they do not want to give us the job, it's because I black. Or when they don't fire us, it's because I black. Or when they don't promote us, it's because I black. Or when they say, sorry sir, please do not come back to this place because you are making too much noise, it's because I black. We have used the experiences of our ancestors who have been dehumanized and treated as animals, burnt and whipped as to handle them, burnt as sacrifices unto God, because they were seen as a disease. So after a few centuries, I feel the need to use these experiences as my 10% discount to all of my problems, when in reality I have become the white people of their generation, the real disease. You see, every time one of our own young black men or young black women is killed, we jump on the bandwagon and revise it for its full worth. But every day people die and every day people are killed, and no matter how much we protest racism, and racists will always be alive, because we all have to die. But for now we are comfortable using our ancestors as an excuse, who have paved the path to emancipation. We have now become emancipated slaves. So even though we can achieve and believe anything we can conceive, we are mentally bondage, yet we are physically free. We have become our own master. Master has become I, and I am black. You see, the problem plaguing us in society is not racism or discrimination, it is us. It is blacks, because we have taught ourselves that we are worthless than any other person in society. So this black skin is now a representation of a criminal. This black skin is now a thief. This black skin is now a waste of human life. This black skin is now a waste of time. Reducing myself and retreating myself from the world, reducing myself to society's confines, because in my mind they hate us, but they hated us from the time they brought us from Africa. They hated us with every torturous act and lash their small minds could extract. They hated our freedom, they hated our emancipation, they hated us, and they hated us as we grew and climbed up the social ladder, and they will continue to hate us because we will only become better. But that does not give me the right to use this black skin as an excuse. You see, society has now controlled our minds. And society has labeled us as blacks, as nothing, as no good, as niggers, as N-I-G-G-A-S. And I can hear it when I walk into the bank and they say, sorry sir, you cannot get this loan because you are just a nigger. I can hear it when I'm in public with my friends and they say, sorry sir, you cannot park in this area because you are just a nigger. I can see it when I go to my teacher and I ask them for some extra help and they say, sorry Eden, I do not have time to help you because I am just a nigger. I can see it when I have all of the requisite complications, I have all of the requisite qualifications, but the person with more complexion gets the job because I am just a nigger, N-I-G-G-A-S, and I can hear it, I can feel it, I can sense it. It is in their gun that is under the counter as I walk into the store to purchase a bottle of water, as they stare and focus on my hand. So I slowly raise my palms, asserting myself in the position they have positioned us to become comfortable to. It It is in your reaction to this poem. It is when I tell you that I want to be successful. When I tell you that I want to be more than just another black man. I tell you I want to be a lawyer. I tell you I want to be a doctor. I tell you I want to be a CEO. But you cannot see me as anything more and anything less because you see me just as a nigger. But can I blame them? Can I blame them? No, because we have helped them to taint this black skin with their paint of opinion on their canvas as lies as they colored us with hate. You see, most young black men like me do not want to be stimulated intellectually. Instead, their mental faculties are directed to smoking weed and spending most of the time on the streets the way the slaves used to spend the time on the plantation until Master told them they could rest. Today, the slaves becoming themselves. You see, most young black women no longer want to be independent of dependence. Instead, they have become dependent on independent, desperately depending on an independent man to diverge and divulge in every one of their desires. So my black skin is now an excuse to all of the injustices met out to me, as I use it as a justifiable justification, generalizing the juxtaposition, attempting to gauge generated pity as if the plantation punishment wasn't pitiful enough, as I assume some right, as if I played a part in the process of emancipation. What gave me the right? For I am the bearer, I'm the owner of this black skin, but I am not the bearer of the pain which it represents. So it is time that we repossess this brush and we paint ourselves in the beauty of truth. It is time that we enact the dreams of Martin Luther King. It is time that we break from this mental bondage with the patience of Mandela. It is time that we stay fast in what we believe with the stubbornness of Rosa Parks, and we fight in what we believe in with the charisma of Malcolm X. So to my young black men, to my young black brothers, to my young black sons, it is time that you pull up your pants and secure it with the belt of manlyhood. It is time that you button up your shirts of responsibilities and fasten your ties of determination and slip into your shoes of purpose. It's time to replace weed with degrees, to spend less money on beers and more tuition fees. It's time to stop taking in your pants and taking your education. It is time. It is time that we move from the street corners and fill the school corridors. It is time that we teach our young black sons that it takes more strength not to fight. It is time we teach our young brothers that a real man is not defined by the amount of women that he can sleep with, but a real man is not defined by the weight of his bank account, but a real man is defined by decisions that he makes. To my young black women, it is time that you find the mirror of reality and you pick up that comb of strength and you comb out all of the knots of negativities. It is time to stop queening and start achieving. It is time that you stop slaying and start attaining and maintaining, for your standards must be like the sun. Every day they must rise. Spend more time applying makeup to your mind. So apply that foundation of independence and cover it with the powder of education, and draw on that eyeliner of wisdom, and not to forget to bring out the self-contour of your worth. Then carefully select that lipstick of motivation which brings out the beauty of that dress of life, and not to forget your heels of elevation. Love yourself on the inside and be proud of your black pride. For we must love this black skin. We must embrace this black skin. We must own this black skin. Because this black skin is not just my mere skin tone. This black skin is not just a biological feature. This black skin is he, it is she, it is we, it is humanity, it is us all. For black is beautiful. For black is lovely. And black is wonderful. And most of all, black is power.